In 1983, Benjamin Libet ran an experiment that seemed to destroy free will. He asked people to flex their wrist whenever they felt like it, while noting the moment they became aware of deciding. Meanwhile, he measured their brain activity. The result was unsettling. Neural activity associated with the movement, the readiness potential, began about half a second before subjects reported awareness of their decision. The brain appeared to decide before consciousness knew. This became one of the most cited findings in neuroscience. If the brain commits to an action before you're aware of choosing, then conscious choice is a retroactive story, not a real cause. You feel like you decided, but the decision was made for you. For decades, this seemed like a knockout blow. But the picture turns out to be far more complicated than it first appears. First, the neuroscience itself has shifted. In 2012, Aaron Scherger proposed that the readiness potential isn't decision preparation at all. It's neural noise, random fluctuations that cross a threshold, triggering action. Participants moved when random neural activity happened to push them over the edge. The readiness potential reflects when noise accumulated, not when a decision was made. Even more striking, studies of patients who had surgical removal of the supplementary motor area, the very brain region generating the readiness potential, showed they retained their sense of voluntary action. If the readiness potential reflected genuine volition, removing its source should impair the experience of willing. It doesn't. But the unfinishable map offers a more fundamental resolution, one that reframes the entire question. At the deepest level, quantum mechanics is time-symmetric. The equations work equally well forward and backward. Retrocausal interpretations take this seriously. Quantum events involve handshakes between past and future that are themselves atemporal. Apply this to consciousness. If consciousness participates in quantum collapse, selecting which outcome among open possibilities becomes actual, then the selection doesn't happen at a specific moment. It determines which moments become actual. The neural activity preceding your awareness isn't evidence that the brain decided first. It's part of the temporal sequence that consciousness selected. The readiness potential is part of what was chosen, not something that preceded the choosing. This dissolves a problem that no amount of neuroscientific reinterpretation can fully resolve. As long as you assume consciousness must operate within time, must precede its effects in a linear sequence, you'll always face the Libet challenge. Some neural activity will always appear first. But if consciousness helps constitute the direction of time itself, the ordering challenge vanishes. The phenomenology of temporal experience supports this. Your felt sense of now has temporal breadth. You experience a short duration, not a mathematical instant. The sense of the past closing behind you and the future opening ahead may be what constituting time feels like from within. Consciousness doesn't merely act in time. It may participate in what makes time directed. Quantum mechanics without collapse is time-symmetric. Collapse, the transition from many possibilities to one actuality, introduces asymmetry. If consciousness is involved in collapse, then consciousness is involved in creating the temporal direction within which cause and effect operate. The implications for agency are profound. Agent causation doesn't require consciousness to be faster than neural activity. It doesn't require some magical mental speed that outraces electrochemistry. Instead, the agent selection determines which entire temporal sequence becomes real, including the neural preparation that appears to precede awareness. You didn't decide after your brain did. You didn't decide before your brain did. The question assumes a temporal framework that the selection itself helps create. Your choosing and your brain's preparing are part of a single selected reality. So when did you decide? Perhaps that's the wrong question. The right question is, which reality did you select? And the answer is this one. The one where you're here, right now, wondering about the nature of choice.